following film has been modified from its original version. It has been formatted to fit this screen.
Don't have to work it right. Do it for you. You can have you.
I don't even know what the intro is gonna be, but
I'm just gonna make one up.
Alright, let's get her going.
Hello.
Shalom.
Okay. Shalom. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to
Something.
And today we're gonna be. And today we're gonna be just talking, because that's what we do in this here podcast. This is the first episode.
Yeah.
It's 2 a.m.
It is 2 in the. Actually, it's not 2 in the morning. It's 1:56.
You calling me a liar?
Yes, it is 1:56.
Well, you would be right to do
All
so.
right.
But still,
You know
we're
what?
close.
All right, we'll decide. We'll decide on the names. Okay, we'll ask some people. All right, because I got an idea. Why don't we just name it like 156, man? Why don't we just name it after the time?
156. I had a series on my YouTube channel. Well, I shouldn't say series. It was one video, but I planned it to be a series. It was called 333 because it was around the time where I had a lot of homework. This was during school, and I wouldn't get done with shit until super late. And then I would just be like, you know what? I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna wake up real early, and I'm gonna just make a video, just talking about shit. And I set my alarm to 3:33.
Are you serious?
I just chose literally just three times, and then
that means that it's a fucking that's a sign, man. That's a sign.
Yeah, I guess so. And I got up and I just did a video, and then I never did that series again and deleted that video.
Really?
Yep.
You're just like, fuck that. Yeah, but we wouldn't have to specifically do it at 1:56.
No. It's just for the
shits and gigs. Yeah. I'm completely fine with 150. I don't even care what the title is, because honestly, with podcasts, it does not matter what the title is. I've noticed, because a lot of people, I mean, sure, like if you look at like a podcast like Cold Ones, that one's kind of that one's kind of in the sense. Yeah, that one's in the name. But if you look at like I don't know, if you look at like famous podcasts like what the fuck is his name?
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan. Holy shit.
I mean, that's just his name.
That really proves that
his name and experience,
it's 156.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So it's really not that hard. It's not about the name at all. It's about the people. And sorry that we don't have any guests, because it's 150.
We are the guests. Are we not enough for you?
Yeah, it is 1:56 in the fucking morning. So
I can call someone right now. I can do it. I can, call my brother and wake him up.
Dude, right? If we could get another person on here, that'd be funny as fuck. That. And then, no, we just hit somebody up. We just hit somebody up, and we're like, hey, you want to join this call for like 2 seconds? And they join, and then we're like, hey, yeah, you're the third member, and now you have to come here like once a week. Like, you have to join the call exclusively.
And they're like, sir, this is a Pizza Hut that you're calling.
Right. No, but what we could do is we could probably get who's the guy that you do the Dreamcast with on?
That's J-Boss TV, okay, a very good channel. However, he's also a quite busy man, and we haven't done a Dreamcast in a little while.
Gotcha.
Partially my fault. I'm not gonna put it all on him.
Yeah.
Partially my fault.
Yeah. I'll put a link to that channel in the description.
Hey, we're already plugging.
And
we made it.
Well, I guess
how
both
many
the
minutes?
channels, because Dreamcast is a separate channel. Am I correct?
Made it like 4 minutes.
Yeah. And then
Dreamcast is a different channel.
we can probably do. We could probably bring on Thad, Drew, and Blake for a homage to TOKE'N Talk, which will eventually get back and going. I've been talking to those guys about it, but this might be a seasonal thing. I'm thinking. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, the main thing is like I wouldn't want to make it too much of a thing where we need a ton of people for every episode. Cause
yeah.
We're never gonna have schedules aligning.
Mhm.
So we'll have guests when we feel like it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's
This
like
is a podcast.
like this is one of those podcasts
us.
where I don't want to put that much effort into it either. Like I'm fine having a couple guests that are my buddies every once in a while, but that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Well, this will just be basically just the relaxed podcast. We just
Just
relax.
you and I talking
we talk about stuff, and we
just
don't worry too much about making it a huge podcast or anything. We're just talking. We're having a good time. No stressors here.
Exactly. But let's stop talking about the podcast for a second. I'm pretty sure it's established, but I'm probably gonna upload this on Saturday. I'll probably edit it tonight and tomorrow and have it all good, nice and set. I'm gonna make some graphics and stuff, and I'll talk to you about where I'm gonna upload it at later. But yeah, let's talk about your music, man. It's been bumping. I've heard nothing but good shit.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, it's been a surprisingly big thing for me. I mean, it's all relative, obviously. It's not like I'm blowing up or anything, but it's like the response from dropping a full album is a lot different than just doing videos, because it's like people took notice more, because it wasn't just like I wasn't just putting it on SoundCloud. I actually paid a distributor to put it out on all the platforms and had like a couple things built leading up to it, a music video and all that jazz. And I feel like people responded to that.
I mean, you put the full 100% in.
Yeah, for sure. Like I made sure to make it like an actual thing that I poured my heart into and I put a lot of hard work into. Yeah. And it feels kind of weird to get as much positive feedback as I did. But yeah, I just want to, I don't want to make it to where I'm too hung up on that, though. I don't want to make it so that it's just like, oh shoot, they like that. I need to make sure that I make something that's, similar to that in the future so that they like that too. I'm more just thinking like, put the same amount of effort into shit, but still just go with what I'm feeling,
Yeah, but this is the thing though. You got to realize. I might be getting ahead of myself, but now you got clout, man. You got a little bit of clout. You got to watch them clout chasers.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
No, I'm kidding. But on top of that,
yeah, like people who call me up in the middle of the night trying to get me to start a podcast. I see.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. We've had
those clout chasers.
We've had a podcast before. You can't lie, Gavin.
That's true.
We've worked on projects prior.
Yeah.
Well, it's mainly.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Yeah. But no. But the real thing, real pressure though. Now the next album has to be 10 times better. Okay, it's gotta be 10 times better. Okay, no less expectations. All right.
Fuck.
Dude, you didn't realize that? Like you didn't.
Oh shit.
Nah.
That's the expectation.
Well, dude, you fucking knocked it out of the park for like a home studio album for sure.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. I definitely put a lot of work into it.
Input Entropy, that fucking classic.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I mean, but I'm sure you're gonna think that album's not your best work in 2 years, and I'm gonna strongly disagree, man. Because you're gonna be making these good bangers, man. You're gonna be doing it. Trust me. I gotta.
Hey, I just wanna continue on. I wanna make sure that I'm keeping the momentum going. And recently, I've definitely felt a bit of like burnout type shit, where it's like, where do I go now? Like I feel like very unmotivated recently, and I'm hoping to kind of pull myself out of that. But
felt that, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I've just been making so many videos. I think I made like 25 videos in a month one time, this year.
Shit.
And I was just grinding for a while, and now the summer's over. Like by July, I was just burnt out. And but you put in like a year and a half of grinding on that album, which I might be wrong. It could have been longer. You can correct me. But
no, I mean it's about a year, 2 years. I mean the thing with the album is like, it's not as though I started and then I finished it all in like the span of a certain amount of time. Is more like over time, especially with how messy my writing process and my creative process is. It's like I'll write some bars down and I'll write some concepts down in just a lot of different places. Like I'll put them in a Google Doc. Sometimes I put them in, like, I actually write them down in a notebook, or I'll put them on my phone notes. And then later I'll come back and be like, yo, what was that thing I was thinking of earlier? Oh, that could go with this thing. And then I just kind of build off of that until it's like a cohesive concept for a song. And everything kind of matches up. And then I actually write then, and I kind of polish everything and turn it into whatever. But it's the same thing with the beats. It's just like having like a backlog of shit, and then at some point, like, just fucking around with stuff, it just clicks into something, and you can put it together, and it's like a puzzle.
It's like a puzzle.
Whereas professionals, what they like to do is
I am not one that knows anything about music, so.
Yeah, I mean, if I was professional, I would mostly probably be able to sit down and be like, okay, gonna write a song now, and then just write a verse, write a chorus, make a beat for it. But as of now, this is not a skill that I possess. There has to be some sort of magic there.
Even musicians don't even fucking know how to write. Even musicians don't even know how to write music, to be honest. A lot of the shit's in the background.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I think, like, people try and portray it as being like, oh, this is just a skill that I possess. But I think also there's a lot to it where it's like the real art that gets put out there most of the time is stuff that, like, people see it as like, oh, is it like it went through me, kind of like I didn't actively try and make this. I didn't have this in mind, but it just kind of made itself almost.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes even just with like, I can relate to that with like drawing stuff, because sometimes I'll just be sitting there, don't have a fucking idea, and I just draw something, and then I'm like, okay, that's fucking dope. Like, it just kind of comes, it comes out of nowhere. It's kind of something that you can you can't just like turn on in your mind, but it's more of like just an independent third party, I'd say, that just comes out of nowhere. It's like the subconscious. Yeah, it's weird. It's really therapeutic though, because like I'm gonna be honest, like, it's better when I create things than when I don't, because it's kind of therapeutic, and you can actually see a little bit more into my head than talking to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a lot of that. I mean, like, it accesses a different part of you where you're not like as like logical and as
You're not all the way there, but you are a little, like, it's weird. It's weird.
yeah, it gets to a different level of your consciousness. Like if I'm writing a song, like when I release the song, it is something that, you know, says a lot about me and what I like, how I think and stuff like that, and how I feel. But if I was to have the prompt of like, okay, now tell me how you feel about this aspect of life, I wouldn't be able to just write that song. There's something has to happen with the process of like bits and pieces being put together, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's like a discovery more so than a creation almost.
Yeah. Well, I've only
Just
had
weird,
one
it's
moment
out there.
in my life.
You'd think this was
Yeah,
token talk. I sound fucking high.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that I could say, like, one time I did decide that I was going to make something dope that day, and I actually did, but it was a goal of mine, and I didn't even have an idea for it, and it was just an art piece, and I created the whole thing in a day, but it was more or less it was a project that I had to do for a class, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna fucking fail this class if I don't get this project done.
Yeah.
And then I poured 8 hours into it, and then killed the entire thing. And then I was just like, all right, okay.
Shit.
And I was just like, this. I love this fucking project. Like, it was great. It was a great project. It wasn't like a school thing, but it was for like something else, to say the least. Can't say it on the air. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was so cool that some people, like, last year put it all over their on their rooms and on their doors and shit. I printed out some and gave it to people, and then they put it everywhere. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah.
Sick.
Low-key
It's actually
graffitied,
pretty dope.
but it's not really because it's a poster. But yeah, it was interesting. But yeah. Anyways, I was looking at your Spotify. You have 9 monthly listeners. How's it make you feel? Dude, no.
Well,
I mean, it's gotta have some
the way
sort
I'm
of.
gonna respond to this.
Mhm.
Listen, for the lifetime of the album, it's up to like, there's been like 400 some streams.
Mhm.
I like looking at bigger numbers.
Yeah, and I'm just busting your balls, but we were talking before, and I was talking to you, and I was like, yeah, sometimes music doesn't blow up right away. It takes like a little bit of time, and then it just out of nowhere. Or
It's not even.
Yeah.
It's not even about the blowing up though, man. It's about making the shit. Like I don't even want to. Like, that's the reason why I wanted to, like, you know, put the full effort in to build up the anticipation for the album, and then, you know, make the music videos for the album, and make sure that everything, you know, I was putting my all into making sure it got out there and people saw it or listened to it or whatever.
Mhm.
But after that, I wanted to drop it. I didn't want to do the thing where it's like, you know, a year later I'm still like, hey, please come check out this album. Please, I really need you to listen to it. Because I want to, like, I want to move on. It's not, like, I'm proud of what I did, and I feel like, you know, I made a lot of improvements during that, like, before the album, I was a lot worse at what I was doing. But it's the type of thing where you just gotta let go a little bit.
Yeah.
And I still like talking
I mean,
about the album, but it's like it's not. I don't want to hold on to it too tightly.
What's next for you in music, man?
Shit, that is the question, huh?
I mean, is it just gonna be another, like, are you gonna try and give it to, what's it called? Like, cause there is some people around here that can get you contracts and stuff. Cause like I think it's good enough to give to not like a major label, but maybe like one of the under labels. I mean, that's what people do around here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of places in Ohio, I know that much.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I've never been like fully against the concept of a label or a contract or whatever, but it's I gotta know exactly what it's all about, and I need to make sure that I am still in full control of what I'm making, because a lot of times I hear these stories of these artists where, you know, not only do they get a lot of this outside pressure from the album or from the label to be like, okay, you need to have a single out at this time, you need to have an album out by this time, and they also kind of tend to constrain kind of part of the creative process too, which kind of comes from people who are more business types and less creative types trying to manage something that's, you know, not not pertaining to business and numbers and shit. So like I said, I'm not fully against the idea, but I gotta make sure that it's the right one if I would pursue something like that.
The right move. So you heard it first here on the Nameless Podcast.
Right.
I'm still game with 156.
It's not bad. It's not, you know.
It's not great. It's not bad, but it's kind of just. But here's the thing. What if I only post it at 2:00? No, I'm fucking with you. No, we'll come up with something better. But you heard it first.
Yeah.
He's not arguing a label, but you just got to give the genius some control, man. Nunican.
And then also it's the type of thing where it's like, I'm not just a rapper. I'm not just a musician. So it's like, I don't know how many more albums I'm gonna do. I'm definitely going to do more music.
Are you gonna produce for people?
Like, say what?
Are you gonna produce for people?
Maybe. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of work for a soundtrack for a game that somebody's doing. So I've been doing a little bit of that, and then just just doing things here and there. Like, I'm a very kind of
entrepreneur.
Well, I think entrepreneur implies that I'm good with money. I'm not very good with money.
Business savvy.
But I'm like
opportunist.
Not even that. Like, I don't even charge people for a lot of this shit. It's like I want to do a lot of things. That's my main thing, is I want to learn as many different skills as possible, and I want to be able to implement them. It's just a matter of like going back and forth between different mediums and shit. So I want to do short films. I want to do fucking animations. I want to do albums. You know, I want to do the production. I want to do the actual writing shit. I want to, do podcasts. I want to do YouTube. It's a lot of stuff, but and I want to learn to draw.
All right, real quick.
Pursued that, but what's up?
Off air. How much do I owe you for this recording? No, but I get it. Like, just being limitless to like possibilities, because
it's just I'm very curious.
With the landscape of the internet, man, anything's possible.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really you can do really anything. I mean, fuck. Get a camera, get a microphone, you're good, you're golden. That's really all it is, but I mean, it's really not, though. I mean, let's have an actual realistic talk about YouTubing, okay? And actually growing as like a person on YouTube, for like you being somebody that's grinded for like 4 years, and me being the person that's been like a part of it for like 2 years, but not really. I know the landscape. I knew the landscape earlier in like 2016 a little bit, and the landscape now is fucked. But what's your advice? Like, what do you think we should to grow? Obviously, networking, but like.
Well, I mean, first of all, you're taking advice from a man with 71 subscribers.
Yeah.
So take everything with a grain of salt here.
Yeah, and I got 41, so like.
Yeah, I mean, we're not the best teachers, but I can teach from what I've heard and from like the little that I have experienced with what works and what doesn't with growth is basically just making genuine connections with other people who are making shit that you actually enjoy. And that's part of the reason why it's difficult, because it's like you gotta find those people, and a lot of people will be like, they'll see YouTube as so much of a business thing to where it's like, you know, they'll hear something like that, some advice like that, and they'll be like, oh shoot, okay, so I need to find like 10 people in the next 2 days. They try and quantify it, and they try to make it like, you know, the first channel they see is like some kid's gaming channel or whatever, and you know, they're not putting effort into it. It's not like something. I'm not saying all gaming channels have no effort put into them, but just for example, like a lot of these people who are like, hey, you want to do sub for sub or whatever? By the way, sub for sub is about the worst thing you can do as you're starting with your channel.
Oh, for sure.
It kills you in the algorithm. Because it gets you subscribers, but it's not going to give you engagement. Because those people who do the sub for sub have zero care for the content that you're making.
Yeah, and I will say this from my perspective, it's hard to get a dead channel back up from ground zero again.
Yeah.
It's hard. It is so hard. You've been through that, I believe.
Well, yeah, that's what this current channel is.
I mean, yeah, I felt that. But what I'm saying is like, yeah, it's something that you really want to love to do, to say the least.
Yeah, it's not easy. Like people, like, okay, so here's like the two stages, right? Like people look at it from the outside, they'll be like, oh, that's too hard. I can't do, you know, I don't want to have to learn to do editing. I don't want to have to learn to work a camera or whatever. And then when you actually start trying to do that, you're like, oh, this part of it's actually quite easy. And then things get complicated the more you go into it. So it's like, no, I mean, editing's not bad, but it's definitely not for everybody. Like, people...
No. It's not.
Can get really bogged down in the editing process. Even I can get really bogged down in the editing process, because it's not really the editing that I like, it's the result that I like. Mm-hmm. If that makes any sense.
Well,
like, I like the idea of... Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Talking over you.
No, my whole thing is that I like people's reactions, I've realized. I like posting something that somebody's going to actually like watch, or it's worth watching, if that makes sense. It's not for the money or anything. It's more or less just because like for my Utah video, I was excited just to post it just because my sisters would see it and my dad would, and that was pretty much it, because they didn't get many pictures, and it's just basically like a family vacation video per se.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good video of mine to edit. I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah.
I guess the main thing that's hard to hear for a lot of people trying to make it in YouTube is like, it seems like you kind of just have to treat it like, okay, you're probably not going to make it, so treat it more like, I'm doing this because this is something that I like to do. If you already don't enjoy the process of doing it, you're definitely not gonna make it.
Yeah. Well,
but if you already enjoy it, then you have a chance.
In the beginning. Yeah. I completely agree with you. But my whole problem in the beginning was that my videos were dog shit.
Yeah. Feel you there.
Like, they were just absolute dog shit. And I don't know. I had to step back for a second. I had to I did put a little money into it, but that was more or less for school. And I had the opportunity to, so fuck it. I had money, and I bought a better computer, better monitor, got a microphone, and that was pretty much it. So I wouldn't say put money towards it, But if it's something that you enjoy, then go for it. It makes the process a lot easier.
The following program is brought to you in living color on
Insert podcast title here.
Hey, boss, listen to this
Nunican.
commercial I just wrote.
I expect you to write jokes, not commercials.
Oh, but listen to this.
I need you to go to one of your local music shops and or Spotify. I use Spotify. I recommend Spotify. And you type in Nunican, okay, and then hit enter. There you go. Okay, you downloaded Spotify. You looked up Nunican, which is Nunican. And basically what I want you to do is click on the first thing you see after Nunican, and it's going to be an album, more than likely, or it's going to be his artist thing on Spotify. Now that we got that all set nice and good, I want you to follow that motherfucker real quick, because he just dropped...
That's beautiful.
I've always said that about
Nunican.
Reports as yet. Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Alright, and we're back. That was a short intermission.
And we're back.
I honestly
Dun, 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 dun.
like intermissions, but I don't know. The only reason I like them is just because gives you a nice cleanse of the mind, so then we can go into fresh new topics. So, boom. Alright, this is going to be very, very controversial. Alright, okay,
Oh, no.
alright. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself, alright? I know it's dead. I know it's a dead meme, but I had to say it, alright? Have you watched the fucking...
Can memes die if they're just the truth?
You know what? Instead of doing a 2020 recap like I was talking to you in the intermission, let's do a meme recap of 2020. Let's do it, alright? Okay, the Tiger King. Did you watch it? Yes or no?
I did. I watched the whole thing.
Dude, I honestly think it's overrated.
I mean, I don't really see it as like Kino or anything. I just thought it was funny.
It was just...
and a little disturbing.
That was it. It was funny. Did you hear about the cold case files that are getting back to opened up on Carol Baskin?
No.
Carol fucking Baskin.
Oh, about the supposed murder?
Yeah, there's new evidence.
Oh no.
Yeah, apparently somebody's husband knew Carol, and I think he did like he did maintenance on their house or something bullshit like that. But yep.
I mean, one thing that I found interesting about that Tiger King thing was like, never before have I seen a documentary where there's I mean, I don't watch a whole ton of documentaries, to be clear, but there's no clear like narrative they're trying to push necessarily.
That's exactly
it's
what
like
I was
everyone
thinking,
seems
dude.
like an asshole.
Yeah, dude.
Like at first I was like, oh, they're gonna try and make us sympathetic for, you know, this person, and then it's like, oh, she may or may not be a murderer.
It was like watching a compare and contrast essay. Swear to fucking God, dude. It was like, hey, these people are pretty normal. They're a little quirky, but they're cool. And then they're just like, oh fuck, this guy fucks dudes, and he's got a triple marriage, and he shoots tigers. It's like, what the fuck is
in
going on?
2020, I don't think this guy fucks dudes is that big of a shocker.
No, that's not what I'm
The
talking
only
about.
reason it's a
I'm talking
shocker
about
is because of how he looks.
No, it's the triple dudes that I'm talking about. Yeah, and both of them weren't gay. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's true. He was like pumping them
I
full
don't
of
care
drugs.
if you fuck other dudes. I'm just saying, like, dude, they had a triple marriage and they both weren't gay. You can't tell me that's not funny, okay? Like, even...
It's a strange story.
No, that was the funniest fucking part, okay? Like, then it just got sad. So sad.
Well, and then he fucking killed himself. On
Yeah,
accident.
that's what I'm talking about. It's
Not even on purpose.
what's so fucked up about that entire narrative is that they just sprinkled these things in lightly.
It's just like, oh yeah, and then this happened. It's like, what? That changes a lot.
It's the dumbest shit in the world, man.
But
How-
you know,
how do they-
I don't
how do they-
think it's as much like. I mean, it's not a bad documentary, but like I feel like the credit shouldn't be fully on the documentary for how good it is. I think it's mostly just they found some wacky ass people.
That's what I was gonna bring up. I was just like, where the fuck did they find these people? First, like, where in just bumfuck Florida? Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, where else would it be? Where else would they fucking be from? Okay.
I mean, it's the Florida man. Meme.
Exactly. Armpit of the world.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
all sorts of things going on down there.
All right.
It's the wild, wild west.
20 memes. All right. Another one. Jeopardy.
Oh yeah, that was just
Epstein.
fun.
Dude, that.
The man, the meme, the legend.
Yeah, did you watch that doc? You
I didn't.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch it. It's so fucked up. Do you want me to give you the
No,
rundown
that's
when I was
the
half
main reason I
asleep
didn't
watching
want
it?
to watch it. Sure, you give me a little
All right,
bit.
basically, Jeffrey Epstein had a private island, and
Yes.
he brought children there, and there's a sex trafficking thing going on all across the world.
I mean, I'm aware of
Yeah,
this. This
That's
I know.
basically it. And then he went to prison
okay.
for it, and then he got killed.
Or wait. He killed himself just to correct you there.
No. He got killed. Okay, there's no debating. Okay, if there is a sex organizing like with previous presidents, you're not telling me that this motherfucker didn't get strangled, like by somebody.
Previous presidents who have connections
Yeah, exactly.
to people who may or may not want to silence young podcasters. Which is why I say, I think he did kill himself. You know what?
You know, actually,
Maybe he's just a little sad.
You know what? I tend to agree with you. I didn't look at it that way. You know what? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States.
Meanwhile, there's a fucking red dot on my chest.
Right.
Right at my heart.
Dude, that's a fucking animated fucking thing right there. That conversation was great, dude. I'm animating it. Okay, it's happening.
Do it.
Even if we don't commit.
If you don't, I will.
Dude, that was a good moment. That was a good audio clip. That's part of the reason why I love podcasts. I never got around to it on Token Talk for animation, but
you fucked around with some animation?
Yeah. It's not that hard. It's just a little.
It's just doing drawings over and over again, I guess.
Fuck. That's all it is. That's all it is. Yeah, I have a drawing pad and everything. So. For sure. Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got them big gains. But anyways,
might have to commission you someday.
Dude, I mean, you can, but I'm still rusty on it because I haven't worked on that type of shit in like a year. But
Gotcha.
I can start using it eventually. But let's.
Anyways, my bad. I derailed us. 2020
Yes, you're good. You're good. No worries. We're only at 37 minutes. Casually. But no. What other memes happened in 2020?
Two big ones. We're thinking
too many
big
to
ones.
count.
Yeah,
There's always.
I'm
I am
struggling.
too.
There's a lot of forgettable ones too.
You know what? Yeah,
Like-
yeah. You could just. And they all blend together like yearly. I swear to fucking God.
Yeah.
Like, when did Harambe die? Is my question.
2016?
I believe so. That does ring a bell. That's like the last meme I can actually date.
It sounds like a good number.
That's like the last time I could date something that's a meme.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Well, it's cause things have like, you know, let me do like I studied. You know, my major was in memology.
Right.
There's several waves that a meme goes through.
I work for 4chan now.
Yeah, I work for 4chan. I am 4chan.
Yeah.
I am the hacker known
like,
as 4chan.
I feel like 4chan's literally just some dude in his fucking mom's basement with just literally printouts of every screenshot on the internet. Like dead ass.
I think that's what like boomers think 4chan is.
Probably, dude. But like, he's probably just like getting faxed information from every person.
Yeah.
All across the world. All right, let's look up. I'm just gonna Google hot
this 4chan guy
memes in 2020.
Well, I tell you what I was gonna try and say is like it goes through several waves. So like the Doge meme, obviously that's old as shit, but it had a resurgence because it came back ironically, right? Where people are like, oh, it's the Doge meme. Obviously this is out of date, but still it's funny because it's ironic now, which sometimes works. And the same thing kind of happened with. Well, I guess the Wojak ones didn't really become ironic yet. Those will probably will soon though. Like with the Doomer and the Coomer and that guy who says yes. But those became very normie. They used to be like a bit more like they've been around for a while, but just recently they became very, very mainstream. Which some meme connoisseurs may be like, you know, that's a bad thing, but I say I don't give a shit because they're memes. I don't care. Anyone can post them. But eventually, after people post them enough, kind of they get played out. You know, you get sick of seeing.
Yeah,
them.
I mean that's what I'm saying. Like memes last like 3 seconds of your life. Swear to God. And then you never see them again for like years. And then you'll look at the picture and then you'll be like, holy shit, why do I remember this? Yeah. The types of memes that I love are the ones that are like on the internet, like salad fingers, or like shit like that. Love that type of stuff. Or like dick figures. Have you ever watched dick figures?
I think I've seen a little
fucking
bit of
Clay, Clay World.
Just the tip.
Exactly. Fucking love those old nostalgic videos, man. Those are some old fucking dank ass memes that you would come across when you were fucking chilling on the internet at like 2 a.m. in your boxers when you were like 11. I swear to God, when you shouldn't even be on the internet. Back when you were.
Here's a question: how old should someone be before they're allowed on the internet? Here's a take that I hear a lot of different opinions on.
What's your opinion?
I don't know yet.
I don't either. I wouldn't.
It's like
I was on the internet at like fucking 8. Okay, like dude, they taught us in school how to use it. I think it's gonna just be one of those things where kids will get it when they get it. Like it's more or less.
Yeah.
Like I just and with society nowadays, I feel like it's just kind of. I can't really say that it's more or less common sense. No, it's common sense to know what to do online and what not to do. But then again, common sense isn't for every average day people. So,
right.
I don't know, man. I can't say. And we're not communists.
Well, what we gotta do is we gotta teach them young, what to do on the internet.
Oh.
So that they're not, they're not being stupid.
Okay, can we just back to the memes for a second? I just realized something. Okay, can we come to the conclusion that every single fucking election from here on out is gonna be a fucking meme? it's a meme every goddamn time now.
Well, I mean, I think the further we get into, over time here, we're gonna the elections will be won and lost depending on how good the memes are.
Swear to God, dude.
It's basically what we got with the fucking Trump.
And Sleepy Joe over there.
Yeah, there was just better memes, so he won.
Dude, what's so funny is everybody
he won because of memes.
Loves Trump. Just like what's
but
so
people aren't ready for that
fucked up is Trump won by a hair by Hillary last time, and like now people are like looking at like this dumbass like I'm not saying that I'm full on Trump supporter, but what I'm saying is like, dude, Joe Biden is literally he is like 1 inch away from dementia.
Yeah, it's not a good situation.
As somebody from I forgot the name, but there was a comedian and he literally, so this is not what I said, it's not my statement, but he said it's basically elderly abuse. Yeah. And yeah, this is just getting ridiculous, and I just think we just need to call it.
Well, it's just, why are these our choices?
I'm just to the point where I'm ready to see Kanye and fucking Trump go at it. All right, for sure. Like, I want to see that fucking debate.
Just to see it get interesting.
Dude, no, it wouldn't even be interesting. I can tell you verbatim what's gonna happen. Okay, Trump's gonna be out and be like, "I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna make American great again, or keep America great again, and I'm gonna build. I'm gonna build not a wall this time. I'm gonna build a dome, a big dome over the United States to keep us protected from our nuclear missiles. It's gonna be made out of plexiglass, all right? But you can see through it, okay? All right? And then Kanye's gonna be like, I'm fucking Kanye. I'm the best. Here's a concert. Boom. Kanye wins.
Why does Kanye still sound like Trump? You're doing the same voice.
I don't give a shit. I don't care. They have the
though.
same mentality.
I was imagining Kanye's face was just Trump's voice.
Dude, Kanye literally, I don't even like his music. That's why I don't care if he's president or not.
Whoa.
I don't care.
You gotta be careful.
I don't care.
There's so many people who deify that man. I don't understand it. I'm gonna be honest.
Him and Drake can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, him and Drake, honestly, I just never got into their stuff. I won't go so far as to say they can both go fuck themselves. Because this limits how far I can get into the music industry.
Well, I'm going to say this right now. Okay? If Drake can be in a wheelchair, how the fuck... Dude, you got to stay in that wheelchair, bro. You can't get out of the wheelchair and then just start rapping, okay? Stay in your lane, homie.
Was he in a wheelchair?
Yep. Google it. Swear to God. Swear to God. Drake in a wheelchair. I'll pop it up on the screen when I do the edit. Swear to God. I'm surprised you don't get this reference. It's the funniest fucking thing about Drake.
He's in a wheelchair. I see him now.
No.
This is not a very high quality image of him, but I'm seeing him.
So he played a part on Degrassi. All right, he was an actor on Teen Nick, and then he became
really?
And he was in this wheelchair. So like, why the fuck did you get out of the wheelchair?
I'm surprised I didn't know this story.
Yeah, so he can go fuck himself.
I did not know the origins of Drake.
Yeah.
You've educated me.
This is all I have to say about Drake, and I'm getting real close to the microphone to say about this. To all them fucking Drake clevers, okay? All right. I'm bleeping that one. That was real aggressive. Okay, so to all the Drake fans, I did my research. I did my research. Okay.
He did real. You can't hate him on that level.
Kanye, all I had to do was watch one meme video of his reactions to anything, and I was pretty much sure that he was insane. So.
There's too many clips of him just being very narcissistic and very I am God.
Him and Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it's gone a bit That's what happens when you get famous, man. If you let it go to your head, that's what happens.
It depends on what type of fame, though. I think YouTubers are fine because you're just kind of sitting in your own house, kind of chilling, doing your own thing. So I think that's a little different.
Well, it still depends because some of those people still end up going a little bit
crazy. Yeah.
Weird.
I think the best person.
I mean, that's
to be,
where a lot of the drama.
Yeah, PewDiePie would probably be the best person to become. Not because of his sub count, just because of his mentality that he's maintained.
Yeah, he's just pretty relaxed. I mean, I don't too much care for his content. It's fine, but it's like, he's just chilling.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to work to make content anymore. He's just chilling up there.
Yeah, but
having
he still.
A good time.
But the one thing that he does is he still interacts with the fans and still posts, which I respect.
And that I respect.
And on top of that, nobody can lie. At one point in time, you were a PewDiePie fan. Okay, you cannot lie. At least to one point.
I don't know if I would quite label myself that at any point in time, but
you never were.
There definitely was a time. There definitely was a point in time where I watched, I would see a PewDiePie video, and almost every time I saw one in my recommended, I'd be like, okay.
Well, there you go. Are you sub to him?
I'll take
it. Are you sub to him?
Yeah.
Well, then you're a PewDiePie fan, you dick. You can't be subscribed to the man and not say that you're not a fan of his, okay? That means you get...
Well, I'm not a fan.
That means you scroll through his videos every day. If you ever watch YouTube every day. You have to. Man uploads every day, man. I scroll through his videos too. Eventually I see one that I actually like of his, and then I click on one. And that's a fan. But then again, I can't really say that.
I haven't seen a PewDiePie video in a while.
I've been watching a couple of them recently. And a couple of them are really funny. So he's been doing...
Like I said, I don't mind his stuff, but it's pretty much just reading Reddit.
Yeah, that is most of his stuff recently. But he's been doing TLC reactions to couples. Which is the funniest thing in like the 90 Day Fiancé. It's the funniest thing. I recommend those videos so much, man. It's so great. Those are the videos that I've been watching of his recently. It's just garbage. It's literally garbage. Like, dude, look into those videos. He just dead ass just roasts the fuck out of people. And there's this guy named Big Ed, and he's making money off of TLC now because he made an entire like brand off of being on TLC for 90 Day Fiancé. And he's this short little midget guy. And not that it's weird that he's midget, but it's what he did on the show. He it was like one of those things where like I think he did the publicity stunt to get this a little bit of fame, and basically he spread mayonnaise in his hair. Swear to God. Like he put mayonnaise in his hair, and he was just like, it helps with the hair, because he was like 51 and he was going after like a 19-year-old, and his daughter was like 27. Great episode. And PewDiePie behind it, amazing. But yeah, pretty much, man. I guess we basically talked so much about memes, so we made it to the meme lord, PewDiePie. But yeah, I think it's about time to call it, to be honest.
Nearly an hour.
Yeah, pretty damn close. I mean, we gotta come up with a name still, bro.
Do it for you. You can have your...
Check it. acting like they Carl Young when they're really just hissing and pulse the tongue. Listen, it's not just that your bars are dumb, you gotta get some more shit up in your arsenal than a half-ass flow by having hoes or your passing days of thinking that was cool. No, guess not, still get gassed up when the pass out slop. Change the name when the parody dissed them, acting like a shot just narrowly missed them, and I won't name names by